This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced to a fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element.
All right, we're back here for the ladies division in LaSalle, Colorado. This is by far my favorite to watch. I think, one, they drive it a mile, and I'm hopeful to see a 400-yard drive from the women. We've got teeing up right now Devin Casazza, who's ranked number 1, Chelsea Odom, who by far might be the best dressed out here with a really cute pink outfit, and Avery
Hilarious,
Dosek,
by the way.
who's out
She's
here.
funny. You got very, very funny people on the tee box right now. Avery's hilarious as well. I don't think 400 is going to happen today. It's cold.
It's cold.
It's
into
slightly
the wind.
Yeah. You know, I would say 320, 330 golf balls should be good numbers right now, just based on these conditions.
But if you're looking for the personality of World Long Drive, it is here in the women's division. These ladies are some of the best women you'll meet. In general, it's a family out there, and I'm excited to see. We have a lot of newcomers. Excited to see Heather Manfreda back out here.
Yeah, I haven't seen Heather in a minute.
Man, Heather is one of the people that is the light of the tour when I first came out here. She was one of the first people to say hello to me and make sure that I was welcomed in. And so really excited to see her, and she's got an incredible story. But right now, Chelsea, Avery, and Devin.
Yeah, Casazza's quick. She won events last year. She might have actually won Denver, I think, last year in this. So Martin Borgmeyer ended up winning the Open Division, and Devin Casazza won here. So Avery Dovsik with 2 drives right down the middle, 315.
She's got a life very similar to Ryan, where she's doing a lot of things. You're going to see her.
Yep.
A lot of different media outlets here in the golf world. So this is definitely one of her outlets that she's able to have. And Chelsea, in the legal world,
it's a good ball here from Avery. Yeah, Avery hit a good ball here. A little cut. It's funny. I just looked at her carry distance. They're all within like a yard or 2 of each other. So she's got 3 balls in play as of right now. Casazza's at 298. Chelsea Odom 285. Remember last year, Chelsea was so fired up when she hit her first 300-yard drive in competition in Utah.
She's planning a lot. So this is actually the only weekend that she had free this summer. She's planning for a wedding in September.
All
so she's got everything from viewing venues and all the different things.
Whoa. 387?
Devin just put up a 387.
Okay, well, if
Avery,
we see 387, like –
Avery at 330.
Is that a miss? That's got to be. I don't think she went 387. That's crazy. If she did, it's possible. You never know.
Avery's at 330. I mean, look at her numbers. 315, 310, 300, 328, 330, all in the grid. What a set.
That just doesn't, like I said, okay, 287. I'm like, there ain't no way. I know it's possible if it's downwind and stuff, but yeah, that 387.
Avery just hit every single ball in the grid, 300 and more. That's what you're going to see here out of the ladies is a lot of balls in the grid. Chelsea with 285, 297, and Devin and at 305.
Yeah, just looking at Devin's ball flight, little movement left to right, a little too much there. So she'll make an adjustment. Really good hitter. So we have 9 hitters, 2 brackets.
Yep.
They're going to hit 4 times. They're going to hit 24 golf balls.
Sold out field for the women.
Yeah, top 4 are going to make it into the quarterfinal match. So we're going to have 2 brackets today. And, this will go pretty quickly.
Here we've got Phyllis Meddy, Monica Borovitz, and Kendra. I'm so excited that Monica's back. Like I said, she's another one light of the field. She's done so much, especially during 2020. She was one of the vocal people to make sure that the women's tour stayed alive, stayed healthy in the midst of making a huge travel from the Bay Area to Texas. So Phyllis Meddy on the tee, as always, probably the fastest woman that exists.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she continues to grow in speed as time goes on.
Yeah.
She looks so cute out there with her outfit.
There we go.
And I'm excited to see Kendra, whose dad played earlier yesterday in the men's division. She's got her coach and father out here. Long drive is also a great opportunity for families.
All right, Phyllis Meddy.
If you're going to see someone hit it 400,
Said
it's
her
gonna
and
be
Sandra.
her.
We got two of the best in the business, the best to do it of all time. Phyllis Meddy and Sandra Karlberg out here today competing.
Kendra is so cute. She's just excited to be out here. She watched her dad hit in Mesquite and said, I want to sign up and do this. And they've had a ball. They went to go watch the Rockies play. He's out there cheering her on.
Monica with a number on the board, and Monica at 309. Monica does a lot of, just like Heather, a bunch of corporate events and charity events where they hit a lot of ball. They're going to hit a lot of balls in play. So,
yeah, Monica doing a lot of events. Phyllis
and she moved
doing
just like
a lot
Mitch.
of teaching.
Yeah. Mitch Dobbin, Mike Dobbin, Monica moving from California to Dallas. Monica at 317, so we're seeing some nice numbers on the board here. Look at Phyllis down that left side. And it's chilly right now.
Yeah, who do you think are the top 3 in the women's division right now?
Phyllis, Sandra, Monica Living.
I think, Devin Casaza is one of the top. She's sitting ranked at number 1 right now.
Yep. She is. She's a really good hitter. Really good hitter.
Kelly Rudney's also one that
Kelly's tough, too.
always, her season hasn't had the start that I'm pretty sure she would expect, but I think she's one of the top as well.
Yep. But, yeah, really impressive to see Avery come out swinging. 6 for 6 in play, and she stayed in a nice rhythm. She stayed in a really nice rhythm. Moved quick. Very efficient. So
Monica
Kendra
at 319, Kendra at 296.
Just like they say, look at the club speeds, because when Phyllis is loose and ready to go, you're going to see Phyllis right around probably 120 to 122, and if she center punches a golf ball, she's going to be at 180.
354 from Phyllis Meddy. That's what you expect to see.
Yeah, those are monster numbers. Yeah, I said, Monica is right there right now, but I put, Phyllis and her are the best in the business.
Phyllis is second.
Yeah.
And Phyllis's swing is so effortless. Even if you go back and watch her 400-yard drives in Mesquite, it looks like she was just swinging out on the first tee of a LPGA event.
Yep. But once again, we're at Bigfoot Turf Farms here in Salle, Colorado. Had a crazy win yesterday. I'm just thinking about, and I feel like I'm getting the breath of fresh air right now.
We were in the middle of transition.
Everybody's looking at her like fresh air. I don't know what's up north of here, but woof, you get a north wind. You don't. It's rough.
We are near farms, to say the least.
We are on a farm, right?
On farm.
Wow.
Around farm.
Man.
On the tee right now. Gabby Powell.
I'd be okay with like one of those N95 masks right now. We're getting a gust out of the north right now, and I'm going to tell you, it ain't very pleasant. But anyways.
Right out of the Mississippi.
Yeah, the Mississippi River. They need to spray some potpourri or whatever it is on the lake. But we got Gabby Powell, Janine Minnick, and Meredith Newmaker. And Janine did awesome in her debut out in
First
Hobe Sound.
event in Hobe Sound and made it all the way to the semifinals.
Speaking of Hobe Sound, Pow, Gabby Powell in slot number 1 from Hobe Sound. So she had a home game for herself not too long ago. Gabby had a video go viral not too long ago where she was caddying for Adam Svensson at the Masters and hit a 417-yard sand wedge over the green. But Pow there in slot number 1 looks like she's got a nice ball in play here, 166 mile per hour, 98 feet in the air, a little movement right to left. And they said, but if I see Gabby with a 335, 340, that'd be a nice ball.
Yeah.
So.
Janine coming from a softball background. I believe.
Oh yeah, you can tell she back legs it. I like this. I like her movement here. A little bit of a miss hit for Janine. 117. I've seen a couple videos of her, in and around like 173, 174 ball speed when she's center punching it. So, but yeah, really like her swing here.
Yeah,
she's at 306.
Her fastball is one of the top, I would say, as well. So she's one of the fastest long drivers as well as fastest softball.
Yep. So Gabby with a 320
and baseball
ball.
Throwing a baseball at 70 miles per hour. I would like to see you two go at it at the field right over there.
Oh yeah, Nowak was hitting yesterday on the field off the tee and hitting him. He was hitting him over the fence, but there was a slight gust of wind, like we said, about 30 mile per hour, where like tents were flying all over the place, and Jeremy gets up and he hits it. I'm like, dude, you're about to hit the car. The car was probably about 375 feet away, but he almost took out a window. Took out a window yesterday at the baseball field. So this field it's turf all the way around. Like, it's called Bigfoot Turf Farm. So
yeah, absolutely beautiful. Gabby with the long ball here in this group at 323.
Yeah.
Hit some other good balls at 302, 299. Janine at 306, and Meredith Newmaker at 220.
But, yeah, Gabby putting 4 out of 6 balls in play. And I'm going to go back to looking at, I said, Phyllis is going to hit bombs. But Avery Dobsick, 6 for 6. But she was hitting just a nice little tight cut, that rolled out 330. Height was right around 100 feet as well. But
great start to the women's division here. Phyllis Meddy with the long ball of the day at 354. We'll be back right after this break.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
All right, and the grid is clear. Kendra sitting in slot number 1, Devin slot number 2, and Janine in slot number 3. We've got 2 softball players on the tee.
Yep. Yeah, Phyllis Meddy, impressive. Won that first set by 24 yards. It's kind of like, honestly, now, like I said, you got Monica Liebing that's just as fast as Phyllis. But before, it was almost like Phyllis is like Eddie Fernandez type of deal. It's like,
she is. She continues to even gain speed.
Yeah.
She's working full time. She's in Atlanta with me now, and it's fun to see she's working full time teaching, finding time to also be able to hit and stay fast.
Yeah, she's almost unbeatable when she's on her game. Really, truly. And,
and
she's got 3 world titles just in the World Long Drive umbrella. She's got 4 total, and same thing with Sandra. Sandra's got 5 world championships under World Long Drive, and she's got another world championship as well. So, combined, just global world titles, they got 10. And, you got the 2 best to ever do it in Sandra Karlberg and Phyllis Meddy. They're here. So we have 18 ladies hitting today. We have 2 brackets of 9 hitters. They're going to take the top 4 in each bracket of 9 hitters, and they're going to have a quarterfinal match. And I really am looking forward to the heads-up matches in the round of 16 with the men's division. And there no surprises. It's nice to see Scott Littlefield get in there. He's always been in and around the top 16, and he's making his. I think he came in top 16 in the first event, but Scott Littlefield, he's in. But
today here on the women's division, we have so many world championships between Sandra and Phyllis. Right there, that's over 10, and then you throw in Heather Manfreda.
Yeah.
World champion as well.
Yeah, Heather does a ton of corporate outings and charity outings. David Casaz is starting to find it again. But I say once again, the adjustment that Devin has to make is just that little left to right. So, because look at the club speed, look at the ball speed. She's really fast.
170. 170. That's average for the PGA Tour.
Yep. Yep, and not only that, that was a miss hit for her. So you know that Devin can get into probably the high 70s, if not like in a speed session, get close to probably 180 ball speed. So
yeah, we're watching Janine's final ball there to see if that stayed in. She got that one off right at the last minute, but that's going to be a OB. 2 OB sets from Kendra and Janine, but Devin Casaza at 305. She's going to take the win on this one, and she sits pretty nice.
Yeah, 300 points. So it's normally the bubble's 450, but they're only hitting 4 sets. Granted, if you do hit a ball and play, the worst you can do is 50 points. So it's going to be a little bit higher as far as the point totals go.
We've got Phyllis Meddy, Chelsea, and Meredith on the tee now. We got to peek Chelsea's her shoes are super cute. I know she bought these specific for this event. If she's showing up, she's always going to show up in style.
Yeah, and we always say, I can guarantee you she has the lowest heart rate of anybody in the tournament. She's just having a good old time.
Yeah, lowest heart rate, biggest smile.
Oh, yeah.
Meredith in that first slot.
All right, so we got Phyllis Melody in slot number 3.
We talked a lot about Justin James' approach to warm up as well as Jeremy Nowak's, but Phyllis Meddy has such an incredible just pre-round routine, as well as when she gets on the tee, she does the same thing every single time. She's going to take her time as if she's playing on tour for every shot, and so I'm excited to see what numbers she's going to put up right now. It's getting a little bit warmer.
It's all tempo for her. And look at this ball flight. So, like, when Phyllis is off just a little bit, she'll hit a block dead right, or she'll have too much movement right to left. And then we look at this first ball that she hits. Perfect. I mean, it's perfect. 175. I hate saying it, but she's just won the set on the first ball.
And that was on cruise control.
Yeah.
She knows how to reserve her
358.
energy.
That's, she is so good,
Just outdrove her furthest ball of the day.
Yep. With a smoothie. 177.5, Phyllis Meddy.
Now she's bringing up the speed a little bit. She's got that first ball in, and you're going to watch her kind of play around with some different shots, some different speeds, and figure out what's going to be best as she moves along here.
It's funny that we talked about it. The best in the world hit draws, but 95% of every long driver hits a cut. But we talked about the top 3 hitters, being Kyle, Martin, JJ. They all hit draws. Phyllis hits a draw. Sandra Karlberg hits a draw.
Chelsea,
there might be something to it.
Little draw on the long drive, fade on the LPGA.
But yeah, like this grid benefits Phyllis. This is a draw grid. This really is. Even though it's flat, this grid definitely benefits people that can go right to left.
I want to take a look at Meredith's swing. She hasn't put a ball in the grid yet. She's got this last ball here. I know she can put it in. 289 out of Chelsea. 284.
There's no win right now.
Whew.
It's just still.
Look at this one. High ball, high spin a little bit.
It spun it at 3,200.
175 ball speed. You hear that encouragement on the tee box. You're always going to hear that out of the women's division. As they're hitting against each other, they're also cheering each other on.
Phyllis hammered that one. 177. But yeah, the one that went 3,200 or 5th ball, she spun just a little bit.
All right, so Chelsea. That was a big ball for her. One of the things is walking on the range is a lot of the girls, especially some of the newcomers that we're going to see here on Group 2, is that their biggest goal is to just beat their PR, and that's how you get better, is focusing on yourself, beating your PR, and we're going to be back right after this.
Avery coming off a 6-for-6 set with her longest ball being 330 yards. Phyllis has improved. She's got the longest ball of the day by 28 yards currently. Her first ball in set number 2 was game over. It was a bomb.
She hit that one really, really far. But you got Avery and Gabby, who are travel buddies here. Really close friends. You'll see them on socials together a good bit. But Gabby played college golf at FIU.
Yep. Her and Hannah Liner.
Monica.
Borwood Cheney. All 3 of these girls hit in exhibitions. I mean, they do corporate and charity outings, so this stage is normal for them. They're accustomed to hitting with cameras on them and with fans in the stands. So expect to hit, see a lot of balls in play. Avery in slot number 1 looks like this one's going to be down that left side. Avery actually, trains a couple places in South Florida. My old golf shop. She works with Curtis Kelly from time to time. She goes up to One Stop Power Shop as well. Go see Bobby Peterson. But Avery's put in a lot of work over the last year to improve, her long drive game. College golfer as well. Really good golfer. You got Pow Pow at 331. But, Avery here in slot number 1. And I'm starting to see her ball speed numbers jump, too. Gabby Powell in slot. Look at the 117 from Pow Pow.
Monica Bordovich with 316.
There you go. You got Monica at 316, Gabby at 331.
I think something that's really interesting on the female side, every golfer is very unique, from height to, arm length and being able to have width. But these girls out here, I think all are 5'8" or taller right now. And so height has a really big advantage in creating width in that swing. And they're putting up big numbers like 305, 331 by Gabby, which is a fantastic number. She's got.
I liked this last ball that she hit. Pow Pow just went 170. Ball speed.
316.
And what Avery's really good at right now is ball flight. Monica hits it high as well. I'm really like Gabby's profile on this shot. That one's not as fast as the one that was 170. I do like the profile of it, though. 338, yeah, 4th ball from Gabby. She hammered that one. So good ball from her. Avery still lighting it up the grid. Monica looks like she's got her last ball OB, so Monica is going to take 3rd here. Gabby without even – we'll see.
Hits her last ball. Is this one going to be in the grid? 6 for 6.
Every time Gabby posts, I write the same thing. Pow Pow hit the ball so far. Gabby Powell looking good here at 338. Avery Dobsek still lighting up the grid. She's
6 for 6.
9 for 12 so far, 75% from Avery Dobsek.
It's one thing that you're always going to see in the women's group is them hitting balls in the grid.
What's your fondest moment in competition yet?
I think my fondest moment was last year in Denver because that's the first event I won. So obviously that was a really good feeling to have all the hard work and all the practice I've put in pay off.
So what's your secret sauce to hitting a long drive?
Honestly, I just try to remind myself to swing fast. And whenever I start getting a little too technical in my head, I have to just take a step back and remember just go easy, swing as hard as you can and let everything fall into place.
Former UConn player, softball winner last year here in Denver. Number 1 world ranked right now, Devin Casaza.
Yep. Yeah, I said she back legs it. I love it. You can always tell a ball player, especially in long drive.
What position do you think that she was, based off of her golf swing?
Catcher.
Oh, you must have asked her.
I didn't. I've never asked.
Okay, yeah,
on my son that turned 6 on Thursday.
She was a catcher.
Yep. Oh yeah.
She was the first career first place in UConn history with a .998 fielding percentage.
That's pretty good.
I don't know anything about softball, but that sounds really, really
That's
good.
2 errors every 1,000 attempts.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's pretty good. Monica Borowitz at 315, going back-to-back here. Meredith Newmaker still working on a number. Said the one thing that I've seen with Devin so far in this tournament is just a lot of left-to-right movement.
Yeah.
So if she can just straighten it out, she's got – look at her speed. I mean, she's right at 120. She's going to put, 170 ball speed when she hits it in the center of the face. So right now, it's – like we talked about making that little adjustment, try to hit a draw. Look at Monica with 328. Monica hits it nice and high. So if she gets her spin rates dialed in, she's going to hit it a long way. So
Yeah,
look at this little turnover here from Monica Borowitz. So
she's a veteran. She knows, you need to get some balls in the grid. From there, ramp up on the speed. The thing I want to see out of Devin is I just want to see her quiet her body just a little bit so she can be more efficient with this swing here.
she might have spun this ball a little bit too much on that fourth ball, but I like the profile of that shot a lot better. There you go, 327, and she just spun it just a little bit. So figuring it out here. She's not off by much. She's at 300 points after 2 sets, so she's looking good. Nothing improves here. She would have 400 points going into the last set, being Devin Casaza. Monica Borowitz is at 150, so big win for her. She takes it down.
Yeah, and you saw her gameplay right there. She let Devin hit that last ball to see what she was going to do. And
Devin mishit this last one. She spun it a little bit. Didn't spin it enough, but it is a mishit. So knowing her club speed, being at 119, center punch is 178.
Meredith having fun out there. All right, looks like Monica takes that one at 328. Devin Casaza at 327.
Still waiting on an underline from Monica. So what they're going to do right now is potentially this could be within a couple inches of each other. And if it is, you'll see an underline. And Monica will drop down to 327, and they will chop up 300 points. So we're still waiting on that last ball here, that second and fourth ball from Monica Borowitz. Right now it says 328.
There we
It's
go.
underlined. So she's got Devin by more than 6 inches. So Monica Borowitz is going to take down the set. Devin Casaza is going to have 400. Monica Borowitz is going to have 350 now. So
Welcome back, Monica.
Yep.
It gives me that feel kind of like we were watching Maurice come back. We were watching Mike come back, is like getting your feet wet again, knowing what it feels like to be out here on that tee. And then once you get into that groove, they're back like they never left.
Sandra Carlberg mentioned it her first event. I thought, like we said it yesterday, it's like, I think Maurice is going to be anywhere between 208 to 210 if he center punches a golf ball. And we said the same thing with Sandra's. Like Sandra should be like 172 to 174, and Sandra's putting up like 150 ball speed, 155. I'm like, what's going on here?
She's like nerves.
She was like, I was so nervous, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like boom, she goes like 174, and she's just a grinder, and she'll even tell you she didn't even have a good tournament, and here she is, making a final. So that shows you how good the best of the best are, because like we said it before, they don't care who's on the tee box with him. Eddie just said it. He doesn't care. He's just going to hit his ball, and at the end of the day, you're going to have X amount of points where you either advance or you don't advance. And Maurice was only 25 points away from advancing to the round of 32, and he'll tell you right now, he didn't hit his best because his ball speed numbers fluctuated a lot. He was in anywhere between like 195 up, around 200, and then when he would center punch a golf ball, 208 to 210. So, but it was nice, nice to see everybody back, and we're missing some Euro guys, and I know that there are a couple of them that were mentioned yesterday. Owen Meads, I watched that kid swing. That guy can fly. I mean, he's a guy that he almost hit 230. Not too long ago. So there's a couple people that we haven't heard of yet that, in due time, we're going to see him. Like I said, we haven't seen Bri Roberts in the States yet. Bri Roberts is one of the best hitters on the planet, so.
Kind of same on the women's side. Who I really miss is our reigning World Long Drive champion, Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe Gardner. And
she was.
Kanani Lodge. I mean, Kanani Lodge was the first woman to, be within a couple mile per hour of going 200.
Yeah.
Kanani ended up winning 2021 World Championship. There are 3 or 4 ladies that are really, really good. I can't. It was like I can't remember. I can't say her last name. It was really long. I know Bobby Peterson could say her last name, but she went to Wake Forest.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Phyllis Meddy at 333. Avery just lighting it up the grid right now at 325. And we know right now, like, that's not a center strike for Phyllis.
Phyllis going back, grabbing another club here. She's just working things out. She's trying to figure out, what game plan she wants to go into for these head-to-heads.
Yeah. So Janine, you said struggling just a tad, trying to find the center of the face there.
And it's a little movement. If you watch her and you look at the center, she's kind of moving a little bit too much off of the ball.
Yep.
And so when she's coming back on it, it's a little inconsistent on that club face.
Yep. Lot of movement. So, I mean, plenty of club speed from Janine. But, say 145, that was a miss hit for her. Look at Avery just lighting it up. And it just goes to show you put a lot of balls in play, and Avery's in and around 160 mile per hour ball speed, and Phyllis is 15 miles per hour faster, and she's almost keeping up with Phyllis, in this set. So, and that's another thing, Avery she's got a, she's on camera all the time. Like she's the same. She doesn't care who's on the tee box. Yep. She's just going to hit golf balls. And right now, like, she was just 9 for 12. Now she's 14 for 18. She's putting on an absolute clinic hitting balls in play. That's going to put Avery Dobsick at 400 points.
I would be really interested to see what all these girls would hit with a standard driver, because I think some would actually hit it a lot further.
You hit Avery, a standard set. Did you hit a standard set?
I had a standard. Avery comes from a golf background, which shows the consistency in her swing. She's got a beautiful swing.
I see Gabby made a wardrobe change here.
She did.
Pow Pow is now wearing a skirt.
Or
whatever it is. What are the...
yeah. A skort.
A skort. But Gabby's got 2 wins right now. She still hasn't hit in her last third set. Phyllis has got 3 wins, so she'll be in. So if Gabby takes a second, I mean, she'll have 600 points, should be in. So we're only taking 4 right now out of the 9 hitters. So I would say Meredith is probably mathematically out, because she would only have 250 points if she wins. Janine, don't think she can get in as well. So big set here for Gabby. If she takes a win, she'll be in. So just needs to put a ball in play.
I think that if there's one thing, if you're sitting at home and you're wondering if you can compete in the women's division, absolutely. Come on out and take a swing.
Pow Pow. Ball down the left side of the grid. This one looks like it's going to stay in play. 160. A little bit of a miss hit for Gabby. But that should be good right now. I mean, anything over like 310 is a decent ball right now. Right? I think that it's going to, we're looking at Chelsea Odom's longest drive is 297.
Yeah.
So Gabby at 295. Kendra, her longest drive is 296.
And Kendra trying to get that adrenaline going. There's
Look at
one
the ball
thing.
speed on Gabby. That one's OB left. But, yeah, 170 ball speed from Gabby.
There's something about hitting on the range where your highest swing speed might be, let's say, 168, and then you get on the grid, and that adrenaline really helps you push it 3 to 5, 5 more. And I think that's what Kendra's trying to do as she's jumping up and down and trying to get a little bit more adrenaline going.
This one stayed in down the right side. Gabby looks like this one's going to stay in play. It's going to be close. This one goes OB as well. So right now, Chelsea Odom's at 273, Kendra Nagy's at 275, and Gabby's at 295.
I mean,
Gabby really uses the ground to her advantage.
That was a good swing by Chelsea.
Yeah, I like these numbers. Not, it's a little bit of a miss hit for Chelsea. Just, if she center punches that, she would be in and around like 157 mile per hour. So Gabby in the lead safely at 331. Pow Pow is going to be in the round of the final 8. She'll be in the quarterfinal. So Gabby also using the TPT shaft, more than likely 40 gram, the 21 high that Eddie Fernandez is using. A lot of guys are using that 21 high.
Okay, Chelsea with the 292.
Yep. But yeah, look, Gabby with her fastest ball of the tournament so far at 171. So she's improved on her speed, because in Hobe Sound, she was like 166 to 168. So Gabby improving by 2 or 3 miles per hour right now, which is definitely going to help her. And if the wind does shift, I mean, it's possible that we could. I feel like we get somewhat close to 400.
Yeah, without a doubt.
400 yards.
We'll be back right after this.
All right, Janine, what's your fondest memory in competition yet?
Well, this is going to be my first one, so let's make a memory. But I'm really excited. I obviously haven't been on the grid before, but I have a lot of confidence in myself, and I'm excited to see what I can do today.
So who do you think is the woman to beat this week?
That's a great question. I mean, just from what I know, Monica won the last one, so it's going to have to go with her for sure.
I think you might put something up there too. You might be the woman as well.
That'd be sweet.
Phyllis Meddy and Gabby Powell at 600 points. It is green, which means they are in. On the bubble right now, they're on the inside looking out. We got Avery Dobsick and Devin Casaza. Devin Casaza won last year's event here in Denver. Monica Borowitz is at 350. So Monica Borowitz will go up against Chelsea Odom and Janine Minnick. Meredith Newmaker, Kendra Nagy, Avery Dobsick. Big set here for Avery. Avery's longest drive of the day is 332 yards. Meredith is mathematically eliminated, and so is Kendra. But they're getting some grid time. They're going to get some balls in play. They're going to have some fun here. You know, Avery just needs to put some balls in play. That hasn't been an issue. She's 14 for her first 18, now 14 for 19. So she doesn't need to apply any pressure to herself right now. She just needs to hit a good golf ball. Put some balls in play.
Yep. She's got this.
Yep. So if Avery puts one in above 100, 300 yards, it's going to be tough for say Kendra's at 296 with her longest drive. Meredith Newmaker at 250 currently. Avery Dobsick at 329. Avery's just hitting a good ball. She has no movement on her golf ball. She's got good landing angles, and it's telling me that there is some good rollout at the 300-yard mark.
Yep.
So Avery is using the ground as her friend right now, because if you look at her numbers, she's 12 to 15 miles per hour slower than Phyllis. This ball is ripped, by the way. I like this ball
really
right there.
good one. 160.
She's using the ground. This is someone like a guy like Dave Mobley that is the master of using the ground. And we talked about him yesterday having 3 world championships over 3 different divisions, open, seniors, and super seniors. And Mobley has never been the fastest guy. And I would say, like, really, truly not even close, within, 5 to 10 miles per hour. But he uses the ground and hits so many balls in play and gets the most out of the golf ball. And we always say it's not always about speed, launch, spin, landing angles.
No,
and Dave Mobley is a reason why he's literally won everywhere as well. And Avery Dobsick is putting on a clinic and getting the most out of this golf ball.
Look,
and it's purely based off of she's hitting it straight, and her landing angles are perfect.
And she's finding the center of the club face.
Yep.
I mean, that in itself, efficiency, being able to really maximize your speed. I mean, if you watch kind of how she's swinging through the ball, she takes it back. If you had like what they call it, the weight shift, being able to see kind of the movement of her feet, you're going to see a shift back. You're going to see kind of planted, and then that force that's going to move up. You see a little squat and up, and that's what really helps her to have balls like 347.
And what's going to be motivating for Avery is when she comes back and sees this, she's going to be like, all right, if I just gain an extra 5 to 8 miles per hour, just imagine, how much better. Like, that's like Chloe Gardner-ish.
Yeah.
It really, or like you. I mean, really, truly, you and Chloe, you guys use the ground so well, and you're, 170 up to 175. What's like the highest ball speed you've ever had?
178.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Avery's not too far off. So, and if she's only going to solely focus on long drive, like I'm going to see those numbers jump. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year, at the World Championships if Avery's going to be around 170, 172 potentially. Because Chloe won with I think she won with 172, 173, where in 2019 she used the ground against Phyllis and ended up winning the championship.
Yeah, and it had that really great trajectory of roll. I'd love to see Avery hit just for fun with a standard club, because I think how she utilizes the ground, her width, she might actually have a little bit more speed.
Look at the flags right now. We're starting to get a little bit of a gust of wind, and we've seen like the drastic changes in yardages with this gust of wind. I mean, Berkshire this morning went 480 when it was 55 degrees and barely any wind. But this is straight downwind. This is the first time we've had an east wind.
Yep.
It's possible. It's not crazy wind, but it is possible. I wouldn't be surprised if Phyllis Meddy goes 375, 380 next set. I really don't. And if we got another gust, then, 400 is definitely in play. But currently, it's a straight east wind. This is an east to west grid going towards the Rocky Mountains. And I feel like 380's in play right now. So Janine's just off just a little bit, and for her just needs more grid time. That's it.
Yeah, more grid time. Knowing how to utilize those first 3 balls, making sure that she doesn't have to go all out on those first 3. But she's still putting up big numbers like 336. Monica, 348 right now. Not surprising at all.
The wind's picked up. I mean, it is, and it's slight, but you know what? It's downwind.
It makes a big difference. And that grid, it's kind of slipped a little downslope. Monica's going to be one of the most, consistent players you'll see career-wise, time after time.
And it's going to put a lot of pressure on Devin Casaza because she's going to have to win the next set up against Phyllis Meddy and Gabby Powell if Monica wins this set, which currently right now she's at 348. She's in the lead. Janine Minnick still has a few balls left, and so does Chelsea Odom. But Janine is OB right, so she's going to be down to her last ball, which is going to put Monica Borowitz at 550, meaning Devin Casaza is going to have to win, or potentially she could tie someone, for first place where they would chop up the points at 150.
Yeah. One thing I would give Janine advice on is just balance and staying within her swing because she's got the speed. She's got the athleticism. It's just
she has that little stride
slowing
like Colton
down that
Casto.
dispersion. Yep.
Yeah, she has that move where that foot, it's not as drastic as Jeremy Nowak, but it's more like Colton Casto where she sets her hands at the top and almost strides. And if she's just off just a little bit, it's really hard to hit the center of the club face. So, because she has plenty of speed. So that's something that, like I said, if Avery had that speed, we might be talking about, whatever, 370, 380 drives right now. I do feel like Phyllis is going to go 380 here.
Without a doubt.
I do.
Those are some good sets. Chelsea put a lot of balls in the grid there. But right now, we got Phyllis Meddy, Gabby Powell, and Avery Dosick confirmed. All right, now on the tee, Gabby Powell, Phyllis Meddy, Devin Casaza. Like we said, this is a really, really big set for Devin. She needs a win to guarantee her spot moving forward. Gabby and Phyllis, super consistent today on distance. We've got the wind blowing a little bit downwind right now. These are 3 of the fastest ladies on tour. This is actually a really fun set to watch because we've got a veteran, we've got some new faces right here. It makes me think of all the players that have come before and really kept the women's division alive. Being here in Denver definitely makes me miss seeing Troy Mullins out here, who's also part of that 400 club along with Chloe Garner. We might need to have an alumni tour. But Phyllis Meddy out of the gate continues to build. She's at 359 for her furthest. Like we said, easy to see her put out a 380. She's been building from 354, 358 to 359 now. She's got her mother and cousin in from New Zealand. They came in, I want to say about three or 4 days ago. My biggest request every single time. I played a little on the professional tour there in Australia for a bit, and I'm obsessed with their candy there. Their lollies are absolutely the best.
I've never been.
And so I always ask, can you please bring some lollies?
Not gonna lie, I missed going out. They had the live event in Adelaide, and the boys from Golf Gods, they're like, you could stay at the house all week.
Oh man!
So I was prepared and ended up got an opportunity I could say no to as far as business goes, so I stayed home. But
man,
I really want to go out to Australia.
It's a must. I could definitely live there.
We need to throw a long drive tournament there. We need to have a World Long Drive event there.
We do.
Adelaide sounds like a fun time. Where were we at in Australia?
All over. I would have to say Gold Coast is my favorite, though.
Yeah.
Gold Coast is a lot of fun. Gabby Powell putting up a big number there in the middle. Yep, 345.
Yep.
Devin Casazza at 311.
The flags, it's downwind, but it's not a lot. It's just a little.
Yeah, just a kiss there.
So Casazza, last ball at 305. But, Monica Borowitz is going to get in. So Devin Casazza.
Welcome back, Monica Borowitz.
Borowitz Cheney. Yeah, Monica. That's the thing, doing all these exhibitions. The girls are, put a lot of balls in play. You got Avery, Monica, and Gabby that they do corporate and charity exhibitions, year round. So them hitting the grid is never going to be an issue. And it just really comes down to speed, and Phyllis Meddy is the fastest, out of these 9 hitters. And you got, Monica Living coming up here next. And if this wind stays up, there's a chance we might hit a 400-yard drive here in the ladies division. It's been done before.
Going through your mind in this first round?
I think really just trying to get that first one in the grid to be able to really go after that second, third, fourth, fifth ball and get a longer one in the grid. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job sticking with your game plan throughout the whole entire time. But we know this is bigger than just long drive. Can you tell us a little bit about your nonprofit organization that you just had an event for, Forward Tees?
Yeah, we just had our first Pro-Am style event to help raise money for our junior girls who are currently going through our online mentorship program. And we have an amazing group of ladies, girls that have already played collegiate golf, mentoring those junior and upcoming girls. And it's a lot, and we just want to be able to create that safe community women's space through Forward Tees Foundation.
Well, thanks for driving it far out here, but also driving women into the game of golf and making sure that they have mentorship. So good luck for the rest of the day.